Hello, hello. I hope everyone is doing well today. I'm doing alright myself. Today, and I'm not exactly sure what to do, so just sticking to Final Fantasy 16. No, we are not interacting with the art stone. I feel like keeping my eyes this morning.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Didn't sound happy.
What do you suppose it could be?
I don't know. It's like, we'll get back to GTA 4. I just need to do it on a day where I'm in
Just
a...
taking a quick breather, ain't I?
Hi, Cookie. No eyes? What's up? Oh, that. I was like, wait, like, oh yeah. You know what? I'll interact with the art stone. I can show you. There you go. You are now sufficiently blind. Hi there. How you doing today?
I can set a broken arm, soothe a cough, settle a stomach. But there is no remedy for what happened in Eastpool. My talents are worthless in the face of such cruelty.
You could try. Being empathetic is the best you can do sometimes.
We can keep running, or we can walk through this door.
I like walking through this door.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness, and in turn salvation, can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms?
Exactly.
For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
Yee.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
It's me. Change your name. Alright, and PFP.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself
Don't mind my
into
username,
now?
it's weird as hell. Fair enough.
Kind.
How you doing, Aiden?
We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
Mother. Nope. It's overly bright for some reason. HDR seems to be blowing that out a little bit. That's good. The Council of Elders.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, we will be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital
You're at slow
by
mode?
then,
Okay, yeah.
the black creeps closer as we speak.
I have to keep YouTube on slow mode because
Yet you do
people
naught
love
but
to
bawl and bluster.
immediately like spam when they join sometimes. Thank you for the hydration reminder.
Your radiance?
It
doesn't have the same protections that Twitch does when it comes to chat.
is fertile land the Empire requires. We need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think.
Damn.
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the Blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men.
Kind of has a point.
Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
Ay, ay, ay. More people doing it in the name of God.
Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the Furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex. I will not keep you. You all have much to do.
Love that armrest. It's a couch made of rock with just the most random of armrest. Thank you, Xbox. Very cool.
Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Author. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
All right.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air.
Exactly.
Where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mined from the mother crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
Everyone. When you think about it, everyone relies on crystals.
The higher-ups, the gods themselves.
So now you want to do something about the crystals. And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm.
Exactly.
And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose.
Yep.
So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
Sure. I mean, you've got nothing better to go off of.
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye.
I mean,
But it's
stabbing a
nice to have
crystal is
you
more
aboard all the
symbolic.
same.
I mean, if you wanted to agree on destroying essentially doing something that would probably destroy the world.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
If everything we were taught about the mother crystals was a lie,
I might as well stab a crystal to it.
what else might we have been deceived about?
A good question.
I'll give you two a moment to sort out your kit. It's a long walk to Oriflamme. I wouldn't want you keeling over on the way.
Yeah, I hope everyone in chat's doing well right now. We have more music, apparently.
Petals stand up to the sun. The rose feels not his shame. The soaking tears of blood tonight is Oath's name.
How convenient you're singing about something we just did.
It's nice to see the hideaway finally coming alive.
Welcome to the family.
Okay.
If you can read, don't let Otto know. Touch grass.
Lurch, I do need to do that.
Have you come for a tail?
Stretch your buttocks.
Or back?
Alright.
I have quite the find for you today.
The Founder. Well, that doesn't help. That's just, like... that's a lot of just a book,
You
essentially.
wish to study the tomes?
Persons of interest. Early morning stretching is always important. Exactly. It's interesting how they put Hippocrates. It's a nice change, giving you access to Hippocrates earlier in the game than having you wait until the second half.
You are always welcome, Clive.
Essentially, the first act, you don't have access to Hippocrates, so you can't look back at anything. Now you do, which is a nice change.
to send a message.
What do you need, Glenn?
You've lost a letter. Nothing too important, I hope.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that bad, surely.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for? Nothing, that's what. I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. Worst of all, that letter I lost? It was for Sid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No, I'll just have to own up to Otto and Sid. They're gonna skin me alive.
All right.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
It sounds like the hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance my pack might have caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Sid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Should be easy enough.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Sid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
I mean, it shouldn't be too much trouble, yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't.
Red letter day. Today is a red letter day.
Unless it won't last very long out in the elements. I should make for Sambrek as soon as I can.
What does this person need?
He's never this late.
Everyone and their mother is late.
Randall?
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned. You know what it's like out there for a bear on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does what she can, her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait, you were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Then might I ask a favour of you? I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon. Will you go and find him for me?
Alright. Plop. How you doing, Sonat?
Oh, thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lost Wing.
That's good.
He's been working for Quinton, the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend. And thank you again.
Alright. He grabbed my watering can that I left completely on the other side of the map. Hi, D-Guy, how you doing? That I have fights with thousands of enemies to get, I said 10 gold. Neither of these people are even paying me. I'm doing alright so far. It's been a good day, I think. I don't know. I literally just woke up. What's up with you, Nectar? Taylor, don't set your breath alight, Kupo.
Make it quick.
Use the forge. Ooh. We got a fire sword.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Just woke up. Okay. Understandable.
Anything else?
I like Flame Tongue. Oh yeah, we have to interact with I remember now. We got outfits and stuff now. We can change the look of the sword to whatever we want it to be. So we could be Cortana, the Buster Sword, the Brave Blade, the Blood Sword, Braveheart, Invictus, which is these two are my favorite designs of all the swords. And then the rest are just kind of, that's the Gaia blade. I remember seeing that blade earlier, but I was like, can I have that blade? And the answer is yes. There was a way to change the way Clive looks, right? Because I remember that. But I don't remember where you go about that. Might not be able to do that until later. Either way. We've got two different people we need to help. One of them is in Lost Wing and the other is right here. So we'll start with Orbell Downs because it connects to Lost Wing. Loading, loading, loading.
The courier said his pack might have split while he was passing through the bales. I better keep my eyes open.
Yep. Good thing no one else has picked this stuff up.
Good. Looks like I'm in the right area. More of the lost supplies.
How convenient he managed to let us know where it is in the right location. It's like, oh, I tripped here, and then it turned out to be indeed correct.
I doubt he could have fit much more in his pack. Still no sign of Sid's letter, though. We've come this far. Might as well ask.
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you? Are you here for Master Quentin?
I'm looking for a letter someone dropped nearby. I don't suppose you've seen it.
Can't say I have, sorry.
Well, if you do...
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper. No idea if it was your letter, but you never know.
Which way did
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Towards Lost Wing? Seemed well looked after to me. Dare say someone there's been feeding it.
To the village, then. Thank you.
Alright. We gotta go pet a dog. Get a letter. Yeah, we could walk to Lost Wing. It's not that far away. I was like, oh, I could just fast travel there. It was like, it's like 100 yards away.
I'll have you know, manning the village entry is no small task. There's plenty of unsavoury sorts in these parts looking to get their thieving claws into what's ours.
Indeed. Petting dogs, very important.
It's looking to be a fine harvest this year.
This is a fine harvest.
You're that soldier who chased off the royalists. I want you to know that you'll always be welcome among us. And that my parlour's always open.
Okay, then.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
Hey, what's she selling?
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
Oh, the Lionheart tonic. Okay. Among Us.
You're always welcome here in Lost Wing.
Sun's setting fast. They'll all be back from the vineyard soon.
Then I better go and give that stew a stir.
Alright, Quentin, what's up with you?
Ah, if it isn't Sid's young protege.
Young, he's
To
30.
what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm looking for a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do. Though, thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him. Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass.
All right.
I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive.
Ay. Don't get people killed now.
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper.
Turnips for supper.
Back, are ya? Did Master Quentin summon ya?
We see a dog.
The shad's all salted and smoked, but it'll be an age before the stink's gone from my skirts.
But at least you'll have the Grimalkins to keep you company.
There's a dog.
It seems we have our culprit. Sorry, boy. Someone's waiting for this. He's waited long enough already.
Pet the dog.
Hopefully this will keep our career out of trouble.
A whole day on the line and they're still not dry.
Okay. I do kind of have to head over there anyways, because I think the, yeah, I have to head in that direction anyways, because I think I'm missing out on something from there. Because the game forces you into the, map before you actually do that specific thing. And it would be useful to have that open. So let's go over there real quick. What you up to, man?
Well, I heard from a couple of the bearers what you did to them royalists over at the care. Glad you're on our side.
Yeah. Kind of destroyed half of the care and may or may not have burned it to the ground. Is what it is. Kind of nice seeing this game run at smooth 60 now. What's going on over here?
You all right?
The hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. Beastmen on the road.
Oh boy.
I knew he didn't play the hero, but reckless sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin what happened.
I don't think we're going to find a living person. Place your bets now. Is Randall alive or Randall a corpse?
Goblins. Why am I not surprised?
Die! Jesus Christ, this thing didn't want to die. And they didn't even give me a good amount of experience for all that.
Sorry, Randall. Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside. I'll speak to Quentin.
Alright. Well, that's a slight disappointment and problem. Yeah, I'll do that in a minute. I want to continue along the road real quick while I'm going this direction to make sure that we, get the care as a location we can fast travel to. We're gonna be attacked in 2 seconds. It can never be easy, can it?
It's over.
Alright, is there... No, that's not a fast travel point. It's something we need later.
It's the same as the one back at the hideaway. Doesn't seem to be working, though.
We'll need that later, but it's good to know it's there. Now about that fast travel point I was talking about. Should be one over here, right? Yep, right there. Hi there.
I hear the royalists made a right old mess of the care.
Not before our men bloodied their noses.
I like how we just ran into 2 Imperials just kind of minding their own business. Talking about that whole incident with the care. Which looks very unburned down and destroyed right now. Impressive amount of repair in such a short amount of time. I like how I tell my dog to do something and he does less damage than if he did it on his own. It's like I tell my dog to do it, he doesn't do any damage. The dog does it on his own, he gets half the thing's health. Welcome back. Alright, we got our fast travel point. That's kind of all I cared about. Feeling kind of sad. I feel that. I like how they give you a temporary option to fast travel back to the quest giver, but you can't just do it from the map whenever you want. It's like, if the option's there, just let me do it whenever I want, you know? It just be that way sometimes, you know? Like, there is no real explanation for why you can feel sad sometimes.
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone. Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the South Gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave, though I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
Had you known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work, and he liked what I paid.
Because it helped keep the hideaway afloat.
I'll tell Sid.
Yeah, I
what
feel
happened
that.
here. I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate. And I suppose you're none too happy either. For your trouble.
Alright. Well, that was disappointing. Thank you for the stuff, though. Let's go back to the hideaway. Do 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 do. Who's this guy, right? Yeah.
Well, at least you're safe. Poor Randall. The damn fool. Surely his life was worth more than a handful of coin.
Probably was.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Oh, it's in the bunks. I thought he left, so I had to go deliver it to Sid himself.
What happened? Is everything all right?
No. No, it's not.
I wonder if they're talking about
should
Randall.
just own up to Otto. There you are. I just got back to the hideaway and...
I feel like the whole scar where a bear's mark would be is a giveaway that they used to be a bear. Like, you see enough of them, you're like, ah, is that a little weird?
I'm so sure they'd be gone. And the letter?
Only a little worse for wear.
Okay.
No more skulking about in the shadows for me, then. And all thanks to you. Losing those supplies was one thing, but if Sid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter.
He has a
She's
child.
off studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keeps Sid sane while she's away.
You never mentioned a daughter.
Oh, he's a busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting careless couriers with levin boats. So I'd say you did us both a service. Here, for your troubles.
Levin boats.
If there's anything you're wanting from Sid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
Dun, 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 dun. Everyone gives me like fangs and bloody pelts, and I'm like, I don't need half of this.
The reports from Eastpool are disturbing. We knew the Vicereine had no love for her subjects, but to order the slaughter of an entire village.
Yep, time to cut her head off.
Clive! You're alright! I thought you might be... Oh.
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The Holy Capital. And what business would you lot having... On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Alright. You selling anything? I mean, you're selling swords. Is there anything I specifically need? I guess I could top off on high potions. It never hurts to have, right?
Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, summat foul's brewing, and it ain't Taya's borbile tea.
Okay then.
Just
I love
go
how
and
she has
see
two different
Otto,
colored
will
eyes.
ya?
All right.
What was I thinking? Oh yeah. Because I keep changing stuff around. I should probably change off. Aerial combo stuff. Do I do enough? I don't do a lot of aerial combos. Might as well increase defense and stuff. Like, those two have a bit more use. Alright, back to Otto.
Take a seat, Clive. So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Oh, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the Royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again, this time due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. But that's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home.
Indeed. Thank you for the hydration reminder.
Full of like-minded
I just finished hydrating.
Melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. Is making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
This.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send the Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but... who is this Dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
All right. What's up, Mr. Reader Bearer? Oh, Lion reports. Okay. Lion reports are now available from GOT. Cursebreakers contain on quest across Valiste. I don't think we'll be taking advantage of that all that much.
Now to find Gav.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Well, at the hideaway service anyway. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the Cursebreakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all.
Okay, sounds good to me. Let's ask about him, why not?
Me?
I suppose you could say I'm his right-hand man. He's a hard master, but not nearly as hard as my old one was. When that man beat me bloody and threw me out onto the streets to die, it was Otto who found me and took me in.
I see it.
I owe him, and so I help him look after the ledgers as well as reading through all the reports coming in from our allies across the Twins. And it sounds like someone out there needs our help. I make a note of it, and I can point any willing volunteers in the right direction.
What'd you say?
Are you willing? There's no surer way of turning Otto's frown a little less frowny.
Anything catch your eye?
Alright. Travel immediately to the obelisk waypoint nearest their location. Shout out to everyone who doesn't pay us a dime. Like, no one pays dimes. It's not even... No, that is the obelisk nearest them. I thought it just put me right next to them.
Ah, you're Sid's man, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
That depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quinton a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. I can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them?
Alright.
Help them settle in?
I can do that.
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
Okay, easy enough then. Alright. With ads about to start, I'm going to take a slightly longer stretch break. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. I'm incredibly sore. It's just one of those weeks. I guess it's like rain, maybe. Who knows? Might be raining this month. Is it raining? Yeah, it's raining today. Fair enough. That explains everything. So I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm less sore. Still sore, but less sore. We can get back to violence now. Excuse me.
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you? You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
Alright. See if we can get these fools a meal.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
Oh, hey, what's up with you? You have like 8 dialogue.
If you've something to ask, ask. What is there to know?
Other call me master, people also know the truth. Relationships suffice to say that he and I share certain mutual interests that brought us together. We are allies of convenience, nothing more. I scratch his back, he scratches mine, and neither of us linger long on the details.
When I arrived...
Lostwing was no more than a collection of tottering hovels huddled in the shadows of the ancient hubris. The ideal place, in short, for one who sought to escape the watchful gaze of the Empire.
Yet.
It was not until I finished my survey of the neighboring hills that I realized the true value of this place. The soil rich, the water plentiful, and the sun strong, to wit, a most suitable environ for growing of wine grapes. And so it proved, for our vintage and now graced dining halls from free cities of the frigid north.
It is a rare day.
When we are visited by the solitary, or even rare, when they hail from across the narrow.
For what?
A dominant that may or may not exist. Be it smoke or flame, no good was ever had grasping it either.
If that is all.
Alright.
I'll have 2 plates of whatever you're serving.
Sorry. We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
It's not for me. It's for some new arrivals.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade. Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes. One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quinton commands, as do we all. And Master Quinton commands that none of his favoured guests be left wanting. Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
Alright. Collect the bread.
Bread and wine. Hopefully this will be enough.
Eee. We just had to walk over there. The game's like, hey, you want to fast travel 5 feet? It's like, maybe, but with the way this game loads us from place to place, it'd be as quick just to walk there.
Turnips for supper.
Yeah. Bread and wine from the tavern.
May we? Truly? Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I know. I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, You need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Alright. Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-da-dun. It's always good to have a quest that ends in not the instant death of everyone and their mother. Alright, what does this person want?
Now his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad.
Am I heading the right direction?
Master Quinton will never forgive me if I don't save that crop.
What did you do?
I want no trouble. Wait, that's... Ah, glory to Grieger. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
And you need someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed. I've never seen them so far from the forest, nor so mean for that matter. I suppose the smell's got them worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my guts for garters. You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please, rid us of these wasps so I can be about my business.
All right. I'll see to it.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's Bales on the edge of town. And hurry, Lostwing needs those grapes.
Alright. Terminate the pest and petting Gotland's Vale. Can this door just stay open, please?
Bet you'd like to see what's behind that door, wouldn't you? Well, not on my watch. Bet you'd like to see what's behind...
Yeah, seeing behind that door would be cool and all, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright. Back to Violence.
That must be the vineyard. A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble.
You say a few, but it always ends up being like few thousand. It's like, oh, a couple of wasps. It'll be like a couple hundred wasps.
That's enough. Stay down. Don't let them get away.
Hey, have a tornado. I'm sure that will be severely damaging to a vineyard. Come on. There we go. We've killed them all. Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-da-dun. And it was only worth like 16. Damn, that's like 1 XP per kill.
Looks like that was the last of them. I better let Quinton, this man, know.
I wanted to at least finish the dialogue before I did that.
Those wasps won't be interfering with your harvest anymore.
Oh, thank you. Master Quinton would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward. Our Gotand Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quinton's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
Alright. We had some quests that ended in not the instant death of half of the country. Excellent. Though we may or may not have genocided an entire population of bees. Is what it is. To Martha's Rest.
It's true. Burned to the ground. The whole village. Imperial scum.
Hey, what's up with you? Why are you looking at the...
Stunful.
Tavern will be fine. Calm your tits, lady. You're selling like a whole bunch... Why? Oh, you're selling Find the Flame. Cool.
Much
Yeah,
obliged.
sure, screw it.
Thanks very much. Much obliged.
What's up with you, person?
I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone. When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but... Oh, please help them.
Aye, aye, aye.
All right. I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
Calm down. Getting overly concerned. It's an inn. It's bound to have a few problems. That's kind of how inns work.
Ha! Golden Stables my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Huh? Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it? Get him, lads. I want that thing.
Only worth 4 experience per kill, damn.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
There he is, the hero of the Golden Stables.
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby.
You have like 800 mercenaries
Wouldn't have dared
around.
set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
Alright.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do to make this place presentable. You best be going before I arm you with a mop.
Yeah, I've only burned like half of the floor. Maybe put a bunch of holes in the floor with my sword. Covered half the floor with the blood of these bandits. You know, just normal things that you do.
There he is, the man of the hour.
Where the hell were you?
You're the one who saw off the bandits, aren't you? Martha was singing your praises.
Damn, that was
It
quick.
takes a brave man to march into danger out of the goodness of his heart. You have my respect.
That was a
Rosarian salute.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it they say? Old habits die hard. I trust you won't be reporting me to the Viceroy. If we'd had a few more like you about, perhaps the Rosfields might still... Listen to me rambling on. Thank you again, and, take care of yourself.
Alright.
It's just a shame I didn't get here sooner. It would have been an honor to see you fight.
Yeah, you all suck.
What are you after?
I'm here to sell. Yeah, that ain't worth a whole lot. Where do we even keep those? Oh, there they are. Goblin coin. The guild bucks aren't even worth a lot. What's the last one? Black blood. The goblin coin's worth more.
That all, is it?
It's not letting me sell.
Thank you.
That's fun.
Is that everything?
There we go. Now I can sell again.
Take care of there, eh?
Keeping their fish cold. We need to go speak with Gav. So we'll head back to the hideaway real quick. And then I need to leave for a moment because I need to pee. We'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Where's my controller? I'm like, where'd my controller go? We go talk to Zagav. There is Zagav.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Exactly.
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Yep.
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Exactly. It's a 3-on-1 in that situation.
I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
It's like a 3-on-1 against Bahamut seems reasonable.
To a dominance. But then you are no ordinary dominance.
Exactly.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cause a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
Less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
But yeah, it's like the Imperials only have the one dominant. We have 3. A 3-on-1 seems kind of reasonable, I feel. Even if it is Bahamut.
So, we're meeting in Northreach. And will I find Sid and Jill before this day?
What the hell? Why over?
Find me.
It's such a weird spot to fast travel to. But I'm guessing, yeah, you know what? We'll take the route the game wants us to go. As fun as going to the dragon area is, we can go that way another time. Might as well see what's on this road, right? If we haven't been down the road, we might as well go down the road.
Is it safe to ride to Northreach now?
At least now it's possible. Yeah. We'll clear the road for you. I love how story quests give us less XP. Story and like side quest enemies give less XP than the randoms around the map. Oop, dragon!
This won't be easy.
I don't know why I had to throw them up. Let's do this before he goes down. There we go. Ow. Take it down. Easy. You never know when you're gonna need some dragon talons. Stop hiding. I like how those 3 spiders that took less time to fight than the dragon gave us more experience than the dragon. Chocobo. Got a whole ass field of things that are very alive.
There. North Reach.
As opposed to South Reach, or Left, or East Reach, or what, or West Reach. Honestly, all those ways, all those different reaches do sound mildly interesting. Mildly interesting. Easy.
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel. But that was... It's north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south.
All right.
Each one is handcrafted from the finest desert.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you.
Well then.
The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway.
Ooh.
Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele.
Clientele.
You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
Sure.
You can trust me, yes, but... Why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would.
All right.
I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested, unless...
Unless...
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear.
Ooh.
Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
A favor in what do you think's gonna happen? No one ever works for free.
You say
Hi, Skylar. How you doing? Not much. What's up with you?
Do you see anything you like?
Yep, long time no see.
And a fine, fine day to you.
I'll have to buy it from you later, lady. Let's get into town.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
All right.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Now get out of my sight, filth.
Ay, ay, ay.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
You're so concerned. You could take on a whole ass garrison with ease.
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary.
All right.
Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Looks like any other building, but with a moon on it.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well.
All right.
To answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now. having left no word of explanation. And I began to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you do your best. Oh, and take this.
All right.
Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the
I love how much junk we get given. If only we see it on our person, you know?
I should probably start here.
We keep getting, like, pins and such. It's like, we should just be wearing them all, you know? Ah, we got even more side quests. And we're gonna have even more in a bit.
If the dame has given you her trust, then you have ours as well. No, you are always welcome here at the Vale.
Okay.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
Yep.
I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something.
All
She's
right.
over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you.
That's good. That's good information.
Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
Seems simple enough.
Man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Can do that pretty easily.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late. Tell me you've grown tired.
Excuse me, you there? The gentleman with the sword?
What's up, merchant man?
I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dames?
More or
Will I
less.
trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Sure, sounds reasonable enough. He actually pays us money for once.
Marvelous.
Which is always a plus.
The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are
Fresh from the master's table.
Okay.
Nothing dangerous, I hope. Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
Got it. 3 heavy persons.
Did one of them get on the
Another one of the dame's pets. Why must she let them off the leash?
You're one of the dames, I see. Well, you'd best be back to the Vale before the sun sets.
Greetings. You are one of the dames chosen, I see. Me. I am but a nameless weaver of song, who would warm the hearts of the good folk of this town with such humble cloth as the muse might permit me to make.
Alright.
Tatienne is very special to me. All of my girls are. I need to know what happened to her.
That's the day done then. Drinks.
Yep, I'll figure it out.
Don't think I haven't got my eye on you, Branded. On you go.
Right. Fancy a drop of the Empire's finest?
Nah.
Dame, get her hooks into you then.
Here we go.
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice.
Okay.
That isn't a burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
Alright.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best, specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right? If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course.
Just some basic smuggling of mostly harmless stuff. As you do.
I have no business with Branded.
Well, I have business with you. A package. Fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone.
Aye, aye, aye.
This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false...
I can always take it back.
You will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Cigars.
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
Alright then.
Not ever do.
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now. Shoot.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
Alright.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard. But this here'll make 'em less so. For a while at least. Sorry about the welcome. Meant nothing by it. You wait right here.
Alright.
Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Why is he getting that from
Cigars and
outside?
spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question is, how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
Yep. Let's do that.
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me by.
Ah, you have returned. I believe these are yours.
Alright. There's your thingamaboobs. Have fun now.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased. You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Fair enough.
Indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
Alright. It's our first quest that I think has properly paid us, which is a nice change. And has even given us the usual bloody hide and stuff.
The markets are up.
Ugh, you need not remind me. They're incessant.
These guys are gonna want to fist fight us, aren't they?
Sergeant's got it in for us two. As if either of us needs to brush up on our swordcraft.
Hi, Alvin.
He was
Helping
down
with
our
violence,
after
you
we
say,
seen
yep.
us down the Ville last night.
If people aren't being beat up, then we're not doing our job correctly.
Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Says two
You
people
lost
who
us,
need their
Sammy.
asses beat up.
Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
They laughed when we offered her our protection. This cook's nearly worth a million for fight.
Thank you for the reminder to hydrate.
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
Okay.
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
Fine.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either. Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight.
These guys are pathetic. Pride comes before the fall. Good name for this quest. Thank you for the reminder to stretch as well.
Now, let's get the measure of you, shall we?
Sure.
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you.
Ay, 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 ay. I gotta go? Alright, you have a good day now. Thank you for hanging out. This guy's gonna have a bad day,
and when
though.
you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding. Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brandon.
Stay down.
Alright. So you know one end of a blade from the other.
Someone's helped.
Fuck me.
What are you playing at, Leon? Ah, so it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we? Not a bearer. Win the dame's favour anyway.
I know when to hold my tongue for a start.
That's enough. We got potential. I'll give you that.
Casual tornado. I might as well put him out of his misery. God, they were only worth 4 XP. That's lame.
Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
You know what? I'll be nice to you. I'll say you say you got maybe some hits in. It's still not worth the fight experience. Actually, no. It's just 2 guys that are really easy to beat down.
The Emperor's finest, thrashed by a branded. The sergeant may be a surly bastard, but he had our number right. Extra drills it is then.
I like those guys.
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then, didn't it?
What do you think?
They aren't the worst. They're silly, but they're not the worst. The Butts. What's up with you, man?
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Sambrequois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
Sambrequois.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
Alright.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now. What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today, that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed, not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, True, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the Dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying, then?
I'm afraid not. I'm expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
All right.
Crystal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
Yep.
Heard the bones fell favorably.
Let's go deal with that.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Calm down, man.
Looks like now's not the time.
God, can't even let the wind dry their clothes. They have to have a bear do it.
You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I don't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him.
Yeah.
Me and many others.
That's something at least.
Let's get this man his food.
It's not been half a moon since Bellen's tour. I need other smart. That's what we signed up for.
Where is... There they are.
I have something for you.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Our hands are all burned up.
Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames. And you, if you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
God, some people need a beating.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
Here. It looks like you need it.
All right.
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
Yay. Bye.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
We'll do that in a second. First, we'll talk to this fool.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in war. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you.
All right.
Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
We'll talk to Isabel and then we'll go turn in the quest.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatiana, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Yep.
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
Okay.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
That's the day done then. How about...
So now we gotta go to Moor and speak with Bertrand. You. I've got your thing.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
All right.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
Dun 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 dun.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late. Oh, don't tell me you've grown tired of us.
I think I might see it tonight.
Got a couple of Imperial garrisons I feel like taking out in the
The
process.
Dame may have given you leave to walk freely about Northridge, but one step outside these walls, and you're just another branded with a target on his back.
Okay. Understood. We're gonna go kill the garrisons then to make sure that we distinctly lack that target. It's hard to be a target if everyone who can target us is dead.
Halt! Who goes there? Stay down!
Ooh, black blood. That's something we can sell. Ah, that wasn't worth the effort.
What are you playing at, Brandon?
That's enough.
Just having a little fun. Come on. Easy.
An Imperial watchtower. Should be well stocked.
Yep, so that's why we're gonna go hit it.
You're not welcome here.
Must I do around here?
Yes. Easy. It's the most experience we've gotten from a fight yet. That wasn't like a major boss battle anyways. It's not that well stocked. It's a useful amount of stuff. Alright. Easy solution to our Imperials targeting us from behind problem is to kill all the Imperials I can. And anyone else who wants to try can also taste the sword. Take out a large chunk of their number, and then anyone else who gets in the way will also instantly die when we look at them. What's going on over here? We got some vultures. Damn.
Give them all you've got, boys. That's it.
The hell are those? That's a face only a mother can love. It's like someone just took the, feathers off of a chocobo.
Don't let them get away. Get him, boy.
Might as well be the case, too. They put up about as much fight as a chocobo. Damn.
It's over.
Easy.
Wait. You're not one of us. Stay down.
Really now?
Give them all you've got, boy.
Easy money. We got a new piece of armor. Is it actually good though? Yes, actually. So we'll only need to kill like one more group of enemies, then we level up again. So we should go do that. Oh. That's a bluebird. That's an enemy. It's gonna upset all the other chocobos, but it's hostile.
Sick of Torgal. Don't let them get away.
Yep, that was all we needed to level up. Unfortunate about the chocobos, but it was a bluebird. Bluebirds are enemies.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
The answer is a solid yes out of 10.
Go on, back to the pens with you. I need you fit for the Morozov.
Is there anything in this area that we could steal? Not really. What about over here? Nope. Oh yeah, these side quests.
Up, the lot of you. There's still work to be done.
You, Brandon, here now.
Okay. What's up with you, man?
You're late. What kept you?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy. Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him.
All right.
All right. Where is he?
My. I see they've sent me a branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast. Go, and see that you kill the beast.
Okay.
Someone
go.
whose son's in mortal danger. He didn't seem all that worried.
Yep.
Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
The wolf! It's going to eat me!
Not if I can help it. Stay back. I'll deal with this. Stay down.
Bye-bye.
No! You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die. Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
Something's up.
The wolf's work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame.
Yep.
Someone needs to put an end to this before it happens again.
Alright, let's get back to these fools. It's weird how that isn't considered quest end. Ah. Yeah, I don't really care. Let's go.
You, Brandy, come here this... How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet, and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you, he talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the Branded I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me? Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go, summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
That unlucky wretch would be the dame. I can summon her if you like. Though I doubt she would welcome the interruption.
You serve the dame. Why would a woman of her caliber...
You look afraid. Well, how do you think those bearers in the field felt? Can you imagine their fear? Their pain? From the look of you, I'd say you're starting to get an idea of the first. Now, if you need help with the second...
You think to threaten us, Branded? The dame's pet or no, I will not abide such insolence.
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this Branded's head clean off his shoulders.
Ay, ay, ay.
I'm wasting my time. But I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That much I can do at least.
Alright. Let's go.
How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
The answer is probably yes.
More victims of the nobles' games.
You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service. Like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
All right.
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
Father! Father!
Is this your time? Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, he's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's
question.
less two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For their help.
You don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again.
Hopefully.
Till then.
Okay, bye. All bark, no bite. Thank you for the ash. I don't think I need any more ash. Well, RIP those fools. They got exactly what they deserved. May they enjoy their death in a wolf's stomach. Either way, I'm gonna be right back. I need to go to the bathroom again. I'm back. Sorry about all that. Oh, we got one more side quest to do, apparently. Let's do it. Oh, it's this one.
Have you seen my Chloe? I let her out of her pen while I did my chores, but she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
Sure.
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She has beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
All right.
That's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her.
Okay.
You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet. Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
Alright.
The windmill.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot.
You could already guess where this is going.
Chloe.
Don't think that's Chloe.
More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl? Is that someone napping on the job? I hope
Bit
you
more
don't
than
mind the
napping.
Interruption.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favorite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
I'm so sorry, Chloe.
Alright. Now that we've done that, let's go deal with the rest of this mess.
Had another branded drop in the... If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Fair enough, I guess.
What do you want?
The Empire cares.
Thanks for nothing.
Ay, ay, ay.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarreling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang her branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Alright.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon. You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Ay, ay, ay.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything.
All right.
Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
Sure. I'll be nice. Even if you aren't.
You are fortunate to have fallen into the dame's good graces, but her influence wanes the further you stray from Northreach. Remember that, my wayward lamb.
Okay. I want to head over to the gate real quick just so we can grab the travel point that's over there.
Not much chance I'd make it through the Penitent's Gate without someone recognizing me as a deserter. Sid had better have a plan.
Yep. I just wanted to come over to the Penitent's Gate to grab the fast travel point. There we go.
It smells of death here, Torgul.
That's not good.
Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village.
That's it.
I don't like that they're bloated. Are they actually bloated? Or is that just No, they look like normal wolves. And those look like corpses. I want to turn off the... There we go. Perfect shot. Goodbye.
That's it. Keep your distance, boy.
Why aren't you dead, man?
You lose.
Dun 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 dun. That's not good.
Bodies. A man and a woman.
Yep.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry. So it is you. Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to see every night. He said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's gonna find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask us something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
Alright, I can do that. Absolute clusterfuck.
Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
I'm lazy.
If it was a message that needed delivering, I could have seen to it, milady.
Of course you could, had it not been personal.
Hey, I'm here.
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then?
Yep.
I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
All right.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
I don't really know. All right. Thank you for the singular meteorite.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Veil counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Not to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
All right. Let's go to this little chapel in the sky.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon. You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Alright, 1 gill bug. That's at least worth something. It's better than picking up like 2 gill. The consistency at which we pick up like just 2 gill. Run around, here's 2 gill. Look around, here's 2 gill. Potato, 2 gill.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Woo. Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
God, these people can't do anything without a crystal, can they? The Pleasure Houses. What an amazing name.
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
Great private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut? And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools.
Yep.
And the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Aye, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
Alright. Time to save the world. But first, before we do that, we have to make sure that we've cleared every other side quest out. Because this is a point of no return. Yep, you reached a pivotal moment and you will not be able to return. See? Let's go! We've done everything, don't worry about it.
There are not nearly enough men here.
Then it's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as seriously as you do. This bodes well.
That'll be a first. This may not be such a terrible plan after all.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it. Life's too short for perfect plans. You want a plan that'll keep you on your toes, stop you growing old and complacent.
Worked for you, has it?
Clive, my boy, Even life's smallest challenges offer the opportunity to grow and to change. You must embrace these moments. Allow them to suffuse your heart with a deep sense of fulfillment.
Narrowly escaping death at the hands of an enemy is not my idea of fulfillment.
Something wrong?
Not at all. Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
Right. We make for the Mother Crystal's heart as planned. Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
And if the passage to the inner sanctum is guarded?
Then we embrace the moment and use it to grow and change.
Fair enough, I guess.
Come on,
all right.
This way. Try to stay out of sight.
Obviously.
Burn the whole place down, got it.
Don't worry, the passage is empty.
Stay out of sight means burn everything down until there's no one left to see us. Something down here? Yep. I was right to check. Oh. Well, that ain't worth the effort. I mean, it's more than we normally get, but that wasn't worth the effort.
Quite tempting. Let's get this over with.
Hi there.
Of course it did.
Perfect plans died. Perfect plans.
That's not what I meant to do, but it's funny. I got annoyed by his defenses, so I... There we go. No one heard anything. Perfectly quiet as all things should be. I'm just making sure there's no chests in the area. It doesn't look like there is, so we should be good to continue. I still don't get why I have to hold the button. Just let me press button to open a thing.
You're welcome.
Oh, excuse me.
The main tunnel.
That would be my guess. There are sentries everywhere.
Then we don't go on the main bridge. Simple. That's why we're going around it. Come on, let me walk through, even though he's like so far away. Ay, ay, ay.
And all good things must come to an end. We might have a bit more company from now on.
Oh, well, it's fine.
At once!
Foreshadowing what we're gonna deal with in a second.
That's enough.
There's the failing of the Empire. Nope. There's our cannoneer.
I think this may be the moment I was talking about earlier.
What have we here? More insects come to be squashed?
You will find my mortar and I only too happy to oblige.
Alright then.
Give a talk, eh?
Then let's shut him up.
You feel that? Something in the air.
Ether. It's ether.
Then we better make this quick.
Alright. Alright. Alright then. So far so good. Uh-oh.
Is he?
Bollocks. Got a Kashyyyk.
That's not good.
Poor wretch.
Save your pity. You'll get none in return. There's nothing left of him but hatred and rage.
Let's end his torment.
There, boy!
I was trying to deflect that, but the game's like, nah.
Not this time.
Take him down. Take him down. Okay. Oh, that's what I was trying to do. Take him down. Got him. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Really? Only 70 experience for all that? Damn. This game is per usual being stingy.
I'll never get used to that. The Kashyyyk or no, he was still a man.
We were still gonna kill him.
A man who drowned in ether.
It's no way for anyone to go.
So killing him was better? Yeah, whatever.
God, duty's a death sentence in this place. Not that Sylvester cared. Oh, breathe deep of the blessing, my friends. Who said being a dominant doesn't have its benefits?
Sid, this is an ether flood.
There shouldn't be one here, should there? The workers couldn't survive this.
Well, it wasn't here last time, I can tell you that. Which means we need to be quick. The ether won't hurt us, but I'd rather not find out what it's done to everyone else.
Yep. What about the dog? They all aren't worried about the dog. I know hindsight is 20/20, and we know the dog's magical in years from now, but like, it's funny how they just don't worry about the dog at all.
Isabel said she thought the Empire might be planning to abandon the capital. Could this be why?
You said you could call her Isabel. There was a reason to overstay so an ether flow would be it. Those cards of the gate. They weren't there to keep people out.
They were there to keep the Akashic in.
Yep. That's what we need over there, so we just need to find a route over there. I'm sure we'll find it eventually. One way to defend a mother crystal, though, just make it impossible for anyone to get to it. Oop. That don't look stable.
Doesn't look that far. Right.
You're afraid of heights, Sid.
Why, yo? Whoa. Some help.
Hold on.
Not quite as spry as I used to be.
Skill issue.
That is a thank you.
Look on the bright side. At least you won't get lost.
Have we made it? Or we just found some random crystals? I think we just found random crystals. And more Akashic. Some opponent's war cry. Okay. Easy. There we go. Reasonable amount of experience for our fighting. Such a rarity in this day and age. Anything else around here? Nope. Just the usual hides and corpses. You know, normal things you find in a mine. Bloody wolf hides and corpses. Let's go through here. Need some monetary value. Still haven't found that one gate. There it is. Okay, so that's the way we need to go. But what's up here? It's an ambush, isn't it? A little long-ass walk for one item. This is totally an ambush. Wasn't even worth the effort. Yep, there's our ambush. Wow. How predictable.
Keep your distance, boy.
Damn, I didn't even kill. The attack didn't even directly kill them. Just the summoning of the attack did. Did that really need that? Just let me press a button to open the thing. I don't need to hold two buttons. Oh good, big guy. Hey. Enough with you. Alright, all of them are dead. It was an easy fight. What number of FF is this? It's 16. How you doing, Duke the Legend? Kick.
I see they replaced that wooden door with something a little more sturdy.
Oh, we got a new sword. Is it actually good, though? Yes. Yes, it is.
On the count of 3.
Doing some mowing. Alright, cool. Just got done doing some mowing.
What happened to 2?
Ask 1.
Once more.
Aye, seeing as you're trying now.
Blast it down, you useless.
As if that was gonna keep us out.
You just blow open the door and y'all ever like kick it. What if that didn't
Mother
work?
crystal's just up ahead.
Is it? I can't see a thing.
Well, unless someone's moved it.
Ironic finals and the name, they just keep making more. The myth is that Final Fantasy was supposed to be the last game Square made. But then it was so successful it kept Square afloat, you know? That's the myth. I don't believe that it's true, though.
There's no one about.
To be fair, each game is its own contained story. The only games that have any like continuation are Final Fantasy X and 13. There isn't gonna be a Final Fantasy 16 2 or
it would be big.
You know.
But this.
Final Fantasy 16 begins and ends at 16.
That's our way into the inner sanctum. You'd think they'd have patched that up by now. Sorry, State.
The ones with Cloud. I mean, to be fair, there was only ever meant to be one Final Fantasy VII.
Aye, my little game of hide and seek with Bahamut ended here. At tragic cost to this remarkable architecture. Don't blame me, he started it.
But how did he make it out alive?
I walked. You should try it.
Even then, there isn't really a sequel to 7 either. Just a couple of prequel games. Oh good, these things.
Oh no.
Them again.
There's something you want to tell me?
Maybe later.
Easy.
How could those creatures from Phoenix Gate be here in the mines?
Are the two places connected somehow?
Probably. It's always a possibility. You never know. Good, round 2.
Another fight.
It can never just be an easy walk somewhere, can it?
Stay down! Sick of Torgal! That's enough. It's over.
Oh, round 2? Okay.
That's enough.
Die! There we go. I hate those things sometimes.
When I was in the Imperial Army, soldiers assigned to the Glass Gate would tell stories about something they called the Guardian.
Can't say I saw anything like that when I was last here. Then again, I can't say I made it this far.
Fair enough.
Just be careful then.
I guess we're about to figure out what this Guardian is. Knowing the Imperials, it's a dragon. It's always a dragon.
Where did that come from?
If I had to guess...
Poor beast. Another victim of the flood.
Well, if it's a fight, you...
That's not a very picturesque dragon.
Ready, Clive?
Always. Not this time.
Can I log on to something else? Knock it down. Alright. Down it goes. What's it doing?
Off to now?
Probably, yeah.
Right, look out!
You missed. There we go. That's a better way to get a picture of that dragon. Damn it. Knock him down. Alright. Alright. Not the most damage we've ever done to this thing, but it's the amount of damage. Oop, dragon dance.
Not this time.
Take it down. Down it goes. Come on, die.
That's it.
Woo. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Only 90 XP. You killed the big ass dragon. Best we can do is 90 XP.
Are you all right?
Fine.
The inner sanctum lies just beyond. Chances are the palace guard knows we're here. We should move. Not that any sane commander would send his men into a place awash with this much ether. Clive. If this all works, and the blessing fades, things are likely to get worse for our kind before they get better. Being the last to wield ether will make our talents that much more sought after, by which I mean hunted. I just hope, in the end, they'll see that we didn't have any other choice. That it was the only way to get us to a better place.
And here I was thinking I was the uncertain one. Luckily, 2 out of 3 of us have faith in you.
Alright.
Then it all starts here. Time to earn that menacing title. Sid the Vicious, was it?
Sid the Vicious. What a title. On one hand, I have to think. Woo. What time is it? 12:14. How long is this gonna take? A while. If this was one of my days off, it'd be a better time to do this. Unfortunately, it's not. So, I'm going to have to call it here. Because I have to rest before work. As much as I'd love playing this game, I have to rest. Get a small amount of rest before work, so I have energy for the day. Let's see if we can bother. Thank you all so much for watching, though. Ferret. We're gonna bother Ferret. They're a good bean. They're a good friend. And they're doing some Lego. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Respect to video game. Have a good day now, and bye-bye.